Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Caprill. Let me say something very obvious. Dead people don't vote. You know that. I know that. Although, I guess in Chicago. Anyway, that's an important reality because if you're looking at ways, if you're a government and you're looking at ways to raise taxes, one of the easiest ways to do it is to tax the dead. You tax their estate. Now, a lot of people get the various types of taxes at death confused. So I kind of want to go over a few of them. First of all, if you have things like 401ks and IRAs, those get taxed as income to the beneficiary. They don't get taxed at the estate level. It's a huge distinction because there's all different ways in which the recipient can take that money and pay the tax. And depending on their total earnings and how much they're inheriting, they may pay no tax. They may pay a lot of tax. But the estate itself does not get taxed. Now, currently, if you have over $11.7 million, then that part is going to get taxed. So the part of your estate over $11.7 million is going to get taxed. All right. Now, there's a number of strategies you can do to minimize that. But as you can tell by that number, there are a lot of people paying federal estate taxes. It wasn't all that long ago when people were paying federal estate taxes at $600,000. So if you had $600,000 sitting in your 401k, not only was all the money over $600,000 and whatever other assets you have subjected to federal estate tax, but it still was subjected to the income tax as it was passed to your heirs. Highly, highly punitive. Now, we're monitoring this, but if federal estate taxes change, the rate would probably stay the same. It's pretty high now, about 40%. But if the number of people who have to pay it increases, well, there are a number of strategies we can do to at least soften the blow. And we'll discuss those with you when the time comes. In some cases, you may already have those strategies in place. A lot of it has to do with how you structure your estate plan. But it's very important that we understand that there's a serious distinction between them. I fully expect the federal estate taxes to rise. I don't think it's going to go down to 600,000. I think that this next one might be something where a small business stock is exempted because you don't want to necessarily break up a small business if it passes hands, and that happened a lot of times, particularly to farmers. But we'll see what's happening as time goes on. If you have a federal estate tax problem, excuse me, pollen, then a number of strategies you can do exist, but the most common one is to allow life insurance to pay the tax. So we'll talk about that if it applies to you. I just wanted to kind of make you aware. Big difference between estate tax and the income tax that heirs get. Also understand this: your state could have a state estate tax as well. Like, for example, Pennsylvania does, but not every state does. So if you have questions, reach out. We're here to help you. As more unfolds with this, we'll let you know. Take care. Bye-bye.